Well, I think the benefits of LOHA are being able to have difficult conversations. So at the acute end of the scale, we're helping lots of parents where their teenagers are struggling with self-harm. But actually the activities can be applied to any kind of emotional distress. So in my situation, I'm using activities around separation. We're also using them for things around serious illness, things that are sensitive to be brought up in the family where parents might not know where to start. So they can really be used for any type of poor mental health to start that conversation. And the fact that they're creative as well is sometimes teenagers and parents as well, it's difficult to find the words to express yourself fully. So a huge benefit is being able to express yourself whilst being creative, whether it's drawing or writing or whatever you're doing, but doing an activity together. And I love the way that everybody in the family gets a voice. So everyone gets an opportunity to be heard, and it's a very safe space. And you don't feel like you're having therapy. It's very different to, I think, what a lot of people might be imagining. Having had therapy myself, and it's very much, sitting in a chair like this, facing each other, and it can be quite intense. So yeah, the benefits are it starts that conversation around difficult conversations that really need to be had. It gives the young person space and confidence to be able to speak and express themselves about what's really going on. And as a parent, I think you learn a lot about yourself as well. And I think, the outcomes, as we know from a lot of the parents that we've been speaking to, is 100% positive every single time. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer to get there, but, from the first couple of sessions, the feedback we're getting is fantastic. I think our kind of plan for the company is really about building something together with parents. So, having that feedback loop where we can understand, the problems or the difficulties that different families are facing at different times. And then we can build something, we can build, our therapeutic tools around those challenges. And over time we can personalise that more to families as well. So we're already seeing great results from the programmes that we have. So we have 4 programmes at the moment. One around coping with self-harm, dealing with sensitive subjects, helping families through the school transitions, and dealing with serious illness. But there are lots of other programmes in the making right now. A lot of interest around social media, how to handle social media with teenagers and deal with any conflict or distress that might be coming up around that. But really any kind of emotional distress that's happening in your young person's life. LOHA help open up those conversations, and we give you the tools to be able to have those difficult conversations with your child without having to find a therapist, get to a therapist, pay sometimes, a lot of money to be able to do that. It's just not accessible for everybody. And I think the other benefit as well, the biggest benefit, aside from not having to wait to get help, so obviously it's immediate what we're providing, and it being affordable and more accessible, a huge benefit is that what we're actually doing is giving the power back to the family. They don't necessarily need to go into this system, this waiting list and wait for help. Families have it within themselves, to deal with this. They just don't know it because nobody's telling them. So all we're doing really at LOHA is facilitating that, with your experience, Alison, all of the therapists that we work with, and then making that digital as well, so it's immediate, and giving families that control. So the activities, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your laptop. We have families now that are syncing up to their TV. So everyone's kind of sat around, and kids and teenagers like to be watching TV, as we all do. So there's that opportunity to, when we deliver the activities, the family can then take control of how they consume them and how they do them together. So there's a sense of self-efficacy, and you know that you're helping yourself. And yeah, I just think that that's wonderful.